Hey, welcome back to another Ab Summer Target show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy, directly from the beautiful country of Thailand on amazing great Thursday night, June 19, 2025. Hopefully, an amazing great day, ready to rock and roll. Talking about the NHL, we have a couple of things happening. A big trade that happened like 20 minutes ago between the Seattle Kraken and the Dallas Star. And then I'm going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. But tonight, the biggest subject of the night, guys, is about what, coach? But it's about the Ab top prospect. I'm going to give you guys the 35 players prospect for the Montreal Canadiens they have in the hockey club without talking about the Trois Lions, a couple of them. But otherwise, I'm going to review all the Montreal Canadiens prospect from A to Z. And then I'm going to give you my top ranking who are going to make the NHL. Some with the Montreal Canadiens, maybe not with the Montreal Canadiens, and they are the bubble player. What maybe they could join the Montreal Canadiens or the NHL. And don't forget, guys, after the show tonight at 10 o'clock, it's not this, it's about this one. We talk about the Dodgers and the Padres. They're going to game number 4 of the week, and I present another live stream tonight of the game of the baseball Dodgers. We have a few people join me live. And a ton after that, we have a couple of people of the hockey join me on the baseball side, and we talk about hockey too. So Frankie Leonis last night, Ron was there. We have PLW usually is on the baseball side, and many others. Frank Santoro was with me last night also. So we have a good time together. It's not big, but just have a good time to talk about baseball, but hockey, of course, at some point. And that's what we got tonight, guys, on this special double header of the Hockey Nation show. Hopefully, an amazing, great day, like I mentioned to you. Don't forget, please, to subscribe, click on the likes, and of course, become a member of the Hockey Nation show. We have one the channel bring a lot of contents every single day about the hockey and maybe other sport. And that's what we got. The hockey season is over. And now it's the off season. We talked yesterday about what could happen around the NHL. And now tonight we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens most of the night until 10 o'clock. And we have the question of the day at some point during the show. So I can't wait to ask you this. We have a few people knock the door before we start. We have, of course, Shelton from Winnipeg is in the house tonight. New subscriber of the Hockey Nation show. So we welcome you back, Mr. Shelton. Glad to having you aboard. One with Kings, big fans of the Los Angeles Kings and Team Utah. Two teams are going to be on different movements during the summer. They lose a couple of UFA, and will be interested will be the pick number 4 of the Utah Mammoth. Are they going to get with Porter Martin is on the board? Are they going to go with Andon Frondel is on the board? What about James Higgins? Maybe. Or Caleb Denoyer. They are the 4 players, guys, going to be on the 3 of the 4 players mentioned to you will be available for the Mammoth. And the Mammoth have to decide which player they're going to pick it up at that point. The Kings are really, I think, going to be on the movement to chasing Mitch Marner for what we heard the last couple of days. And of course, the Kings are losing Kuzmenko and Kervikov, about both players on the UFA. Are they going to resign with the team? We don't know yet. And it would be interesting. They're looking maybe to straight Spence, a right defenseman of the Kings. During the summer. That's what the rumor about the Los Angeles Kings with the new GM. All in. So what we got tonight also, Guy back in the house tonight. Welcome back, Guy. What about RJ Calabro, the news update around the Montreal, about the NHL and other sport. Welcome back, RJ from New Jersey. Meanwhile, we have a couple of action tonight. If you like sport, the Montreal Alouette play tonight. You have the baseball between the Mets live right now on the TV. Again, the Braves. We have, of course, the live stream we do after that. But also the NBA, I believe they are returning tonight, if I don't make any mistake about that. But we'll see. Well, we see Guy. We see Billy. Billy back in the house tonight. Both of you, I don't know. I don't see you on the baseball last night. I think I saw you last night on the show. But welcome back, both of you. Thanks for being part of the show tonight. And then we are Roger de Vermont. Roger back in the house. Let's rock the Montreal Canadiens. Thanks for the likes we just got at this moment. And then we got Larry Lavallee back from upstate, guys. You talk about a great man, talk about an amazing, great human being. been in the service, and we thank you, my friend, for what you accomplished during your many years around the service, and of course, a great father, great husband, great, just a great person, guys. To have him, it's an honor to have you, my friend Larry. Thanks for being with us. We have Samuel back in the house tonight. My name is Samuel. It's outside, hot outside. And then it was humid yesterday. Yesterday I played pool, and then I went to the gym, and I walk a lot. I'm starting, guys. It's called the Beyond Greatness. I'm starting to make a documentary about French players who play with Montreal Canadiens, NHL, or other sport. It's a new series going to be out the next couple of weeks. I'm building right now those kind of information. So will be very interesting because I would say, you have insight, you have greatness inside of you. So we're going to talk about the Beyond Greatness, about French athletes. A video about 4 to 8 minutes usually. Nicholas back in the house tonight from Sweden or Finland. We never know what Nicholas is. One step in Finland, one step in Sweden. Hopefully the weather is nice over there, Nicholas, by the way. And I can wait to see that. Wishing maybe for Enartap is watching or listening. We have a group chat. Enartap participated at the group chat a couple of minutes ago, so I was glad they're having him around and give us some comments about the trade. And we want to remember all of you guys. Don't forget to pray for Mr. Enartap. We definitely missing him. Frank Santoro, Pittsburgh Penguins, Pens. Welcome back, Frank. Welcome, about we have Nicholas. We have Yamo. Yamo back in the house tonight. Welcome back, Yamo from Finland. Hopefully the weather also is pretty good for you, for Nicholas and Yamo. Although the world in Sweden and Finland. Finland celebrate, of course, the Barkov Stanley Cup winner of the back-to-back year for the Florida Panthers. You can see, guys, behind me, guys, that's fun thing what's going on. For the new NHL drafts coming next week. The mock draft should be out today. I gave a reservation, I did you for the last 3 days, but I tweaked a little bit. I'm moving a couple of things, I'm studying other things, and it should be out today. And next Wednesday night, there's a big night of the mock draft with Randy, Marco, Frank, and myself. We go for the top one to the 32, and we talk about French plus return that. So don't miss that one over there. Tomorrow night, the fun Friday night with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. There's a quiz night with Frenchy, and we do only Friday night, guys. This is your night where you sit with me and we ask questions. No template, no expectation. Just a good time together. Hopefully to see all of you. I know it's summertime, so people like to be outside and everything like that. But hopefully more people joining us in the next couple of days with the Hockey Nation show. Right now, the raining midnight around sometime now. Here we go. Look like a pretty overall on this question. The day, guys, will not go up in a yet. I apologize for that. I forgot about this. He's living on his phone now. Yeah, he's maybe on his phone right now. We're going to start with the NHL, guys. And the NHL happening today, guys. We have a couple of questions. I have a big question at the end of the NHL news, guys. First of all, we need to talk about Matt Duchene. What you talk about for the Dallas Star. But Duchene signed a new deal of 4 years. Deal at $4.45 million AAV. 82 points and 82 games last season. 30 goals and 52 assists for Matt Duchene. Look, he's a plus 19, I believe, I can recall it. Good year for the veteran players. Drafted by the Colorado Avalanche many years ago. Great a couple of players, a couple of teams. Ottawa and Columbus Blue Jackets in Nashville Predator. But he finds his place at home. And I'm talking about the Dallas. He's a countryman, love the country music. Him, his wife, close to Nashville. That's where he's going to establish at the end of his career, I believe, or Dallas, honestly. But it's a good deal for the Dallas Star to get that players. Honestly, Randy knocked the door tonight. Thanks so much, Randy, to be a part of the show tonight. Nicholas, I'm Sweden now. Here we go. Congratulations, Nicholas, and have a good time over there. So this is a great, this is a good deal for the Dallas Star. With that gave them only $995,000 under the salary cap. And that's huge for the Dallas Star. About that. And then we have, of course, my next one, Ottawa Senator, guys. They signed Fabian Zedorlan, a 3-year deal for the Zedorlan. We know Zedorlan was straight for the San Jose Sharks, and he was to the Ottawa Senators on a trade deadline. He got a 3-year deal at $4.275 million per AAV, 41 points last year. His level of the play was not at the level we expect with the Ottawa Senator at the trade deadline, but he responds very well. He's going to be fine with them. I think he's going to get a little bit higher on the line for the Ottawa Senators. This is a player we're going to looking for the Ottawa Senators. Good extension contract for Ottawa at the end of the day. That's what we got for the Ottawa Senators. Another team, I believe, not going to join the $95 million. I'll be shocked if Ottawa go that direction, but you have to figure out what you're going to do with Harmonic, Claude Giroux, two questionable players going to returning or not with the Ottawa Senators for upcoming season. We know they trade Dylan Carson, they trade Josh Norris at the trade deadline, and I expect them to maybe make some move at bottom. I think Adam Gaudette is also a UFA with Nick Carson for the Ottawa Senators. So their bottom six could be have some kind of shaky players. But we'll see what happening for them. Of course, Jake Sanderson, Thomas Chabot are really the quarterback of the Ottawa Senator. And with the goaltender, have an extension contract of 8 years, Linus Ullmark. This is a team going to possible to be returning in the playoff at 2025 at 26 next season in NHL. David is in the house tonight. Welcome back, David. We have Randy, of course, Rain the Flame. Maybe not be a cap team. I really expect that. I think so too. And let me check something, guys, if you don't mind, for 2 seconds. I forgot to download this one over there. But this happening, guys, a couple of minutes ago. And I apologize, I didn't do anything about that. But we have a trade in NHL. And it's coming from the Seattle Kraken and the Dallas Star. And at the end of the day, guys, it's a dumping salary cap that open up now over $5 million on the money for the Dallas Star with a couple of players to sign. Jimmy Benn is one of them, and Dadonov is another one. Michael Granlund is another one. So we'll see. I think it's not the only one going to leave. I think they're going to try to trade Dumba, the right defenseman. He can win another $3 million, so that would be another thing. But I think the cost of Marshman, it's not expensive. It's only a third-round pick, a fourth-round pick. Saddle got a good players at the bottom six. Third line, physical, good for checker. He played, before that with the Florida Panthers. He signed a UFA. He is on final year contract, if I can recall it properly for him. And Saddle got something good after the departure of a couple of players at the trade deadline for the Saddle Kraken. Example like Brandon Danev on the third line. This is going to be the spot of Marshman, and sometimes he can play on the top six forward, or sometimes he can play on the power play. But big size, big body, and this is a good addition for the Seattle Kraken, and the team are looking to come back with a new head coach, and of course a couple of new players coming for the upcoming season. So the team also is going to maybe make some trade. Olishak is on one of them, or the target to be traded at some point. So this is the thing we're going to follow up, of course, the next couple of weeks. The Seattle Kraken with the general manager, Ron Francis. One we can read a couple of articles shoot at the today. It sounds like McDavid giving answer about going to LA. I would take what has been said. Oh, yes, there's a lot of rumor about that. Maybe by Al Dumba. Yes, a 2 years contract like that, I think they would try to give up Dumba for almost nothing. A team like Chicago could use Matt Dumba, I believe, with the departure of Zed John. And I know they tried to go with young rookie. But at the end of the day, guys, we're going to have a couple of teams. We are really interested during season running after Kevin McKenna. and that would be one of them, of course, the Chicago Blackhawks. Senpai. I'm worried Montreal won't find a second center for the season. We try to see Dak can show up. Yeah, I think I don't know the percentage of that will happen. Um, when it's quiet around the Montreal Canadiens, never give up on Ken Hughes. When I say give up, don't. Ken Hughes always find something we don't expect. Martin St-Louis is one of them. Uh, many trade he did. Alex Carrier is another one. So I would say to you, yes, Montreal will be okay and comfortable to start with Kirby Dak and Alex Nero if they cannot find the right opportunity to make a trade. But you never know with Ken Hughes. So I just said that. I don't want to mention name. Giroux, Crosby, Malkin, Fabro, Granlund, whatever it is, right? But um, just not give up or just wait what Ken Hughes can do. If not, we are fine with Kirby Dak and Alex Newhook. It's another year of development, many full game, and see what it look like. It's not easy to make the playoff year after year when you are I call them a bubble team. A bubble team for me is a team could make it and the team cannot make it. And there are many of team are racing for the wild card 7 and 8. Montreal is one of them. Next year is going to get Ottawa. You're going to get Detroit Red Wings. Can the Buffalo Sabres turn around? We'll see. Columbus Blue Jacket would be really interesting to watching them. If they get a goalie, guys, Columbus Blue Jacket could be a great good team. This is the thing we have to figure out with the many UFA they have. One of them is a defenseman, Provorov. But this is going to be a team to watch for upcoming season. Whatsoever the Rangers did not make the playoff, are they going to bounce back? And the playoff would be another thing to see. So this is where I believe will be interesting about that. I was watching the live of Brent Spencer Crow's misconduct. There we go. Okay. That sounds like a one bounce back from is. We'll see what happening with him. Don't forget guys, to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be great. But now the next news, guy, is about the Edmonton Oilers. Perry want to see with the Edmonton Oilers last 5 times in the Stanley Cup final with the Dallas Star, the Montreal Canadiens, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know is the Buffalo Bills syndrome or the Chicago Blackhawks, Chicago Cubs syndrome or the Toronto Maple Leafs syndrome, but they have something. Some players not lucky to get that Stanley Cup and to become a champion on any certain sport during the career. Lucky for him, he got one in 2004, I believe, Anaheim Ducks. Yeah, I believe it is. So, but still, Corey Perry would love to play with the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton Oilers announced today RNH play with a broken hand during the playoff. After Hyman out, you hear about this. Ekholm was not ready at 100%. And I can go all the way like that, guys, on different ways for the Montreal Canadiens, for the Edmonton Oilers. But it would be interesting. Can they trade for Primo as a RFA? This is a case where they would try to trade him. He had to get an offer sheet before the June 30. Are they going to let him go? I don't know. Are they going to go with Tobesh and feel comfortable for Tobesh to make the NHL all year long next year? I don't know. Or do you try to play a safety card? If ever Tobesh does not go, you get Primo, or they going to get another goalie on the market to play Laval with Jacob Fuller? I don't know. But this is those questions I cannot answer for Ken Hughes, honestly. But I can give you option, right? And that's the purpose of the show, honestly, we do here for Raji la question. But it is what he gets. I'm only joking. And that's happening about that, Guy, the News Devils. And that's happening, guys, for that. I want you guys to sit comfortably in your couch right now and be ready for the next subject. It's again the NHL news. And I cannot print it. I cannot figure out, guys, everything about this one. Big question. McDavid, final year contract, is stay or is out? McDavid. This is going to be a 1 million question, guys. This is my question of the night on my channel. Every night, 8:30 p.m., I make a question. If he stay in the chat, he's going to get a contract between $14 million to $16 million, or he can get a contract of $17 million a plus for McDavid. But if he's out, what the value and return Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers get in return, not McDavid, but the Edmonton Oilers get in return for Connor McDavid? And which team would like to spend that kind of money for a specific player, what they can get in return? So, couple of questions there. I would like to hear from you guys. And I said, this is a tough one. This is not an easy one. You have Tressadle is what? $14 million, I believe it is. You have $31 million. 33% of most of your contract is going to be at two players. Can you win in NHL with two players at $14 million a plus in your lineup? It's another good question. The highest pay for the Panthers is $10.5 million with Bobrovsky, Barkov. Nobody else is over that part. So is it better to go with a sharing money-wise around the core of the team, or you targeting two players only? Toronto Maple Leafs tried to do it with four players. Did not work. You're going to tell me, yeah, but coach is the Toronto Maple Leafs. It doesn't matter. The Colorado Avalanche tried to do with Rantanen and McKinnon and McCarr. Does not work for Rantanen. So what do you do? Are you willing to spend that kind of money at two specific players? What is chance to win the Stanley Cup with two players with that kind of money? I'm telling you right now. And what a return for McDavid, the number one player in the world in hockey. I don't know, guys. It's not looking good. It's not easy. Let's see what we got in the chat about this one. Bro, Devils on that one. What team could have McDavid? That's the big question there, Yamo. He won't leave Edmonton for Billy. And Steve G, welcome back in the house. His last interview, I saw, is one of the out. His bag are already packed from Steve G. About that, I know you're upset about this, Steve G, right? The next day, and you did not win again. You have to answer to all those questions. And it's the same question coming year after year now. And he's going to hear that all summer about his contract and next year, whatever it is. So he know after many years in NHL how this works, right? So the frustration, the smoke get out of his ear today. Do I take all his comments with a common sense of himself right now, with his mind state right now? I would say I'm 50-50 about that, but I can understand you, Steve, about this. For people said he is out completely. The Frank said with the Los Angeles Kings that, yes, sorry, I attend the show, but missed the baseball, so no problem, Randy. About that, right, Steve, I said, Peter, easy. McDavid say if Edmonton make a stride to improving the team, otherwise he's gone. He's already said winning the cup is his goal. Yes, his goal for many players, or the other players in the show. Like I said, if you ask the same question 1 month from today, how you answer the same way? I'm not sure. Can you win with those kind of money? I'm not sure. Exactly. So you need 4-9 to win the cup, not as I just said. It's impossible to get a full value of McDavid if you trade him. That's a good point about that. Look, you cannot the full value in return, yeah. But what is the value in return? Nicholas, more dollar does not mean anything anymore for McDavid. It's only about getting that cup now, or should be. I just give you that scenario, guys. Mason McDavid, Owen Zegweger, Frank Vanetro, the first round pick 2025, the first round pick 2026. Is it good enough? You get McDavid, you get Zellweger, you get Vanetro, you get a first round pick 10, and you get, that's a lot, first round pick 2026. That's 5. Is it too much? Or it's a good deal? For me, it's a good deal. Why? And I'm that because they have $36 million. The departure of Holloway and Egg and Probert hurt the Oilers, and the injury of his speed for disaster spending that much and 2 4 players. You're right, Anthony. Coach, are his young guys from Montreal that you guys are willing to give up because of that debt you have center winning? Not yet, not there yet, Anthony, for the Montreal Canadiens right now. I don't see a trade between Florida Panthers and the Montreal Canadiens right now. Skinner is not Proboski. It would be hilarious if McDavid become a Kane. Already a Kane. Frank would be great story. Frank, I think, is leave and the team is looking at is Vegas, Tampa, listen, and Philadelphia. Interesting, Philadelphia. My problem with Vegas, Tampa Bay, Los Angeles, not Tampa Bay or Vegas or Los Angeles maybe, or the Panthers, and those teams have no money. When I say they have no money, they pay already some major. Now, Capital is leaving. I think I have 1 more year, I believe, Capital. I could be wrong. But would be interesting what happening there. Skinner is not even Resico. Gay is pretty down about the world thing, McDavid. Ron, I never know everything can happen. Mark McDavid say, but only if they get a true #1 goalie. Good point about that one over there. The basketball is played. Coach, I don't believe those comments that Connor was made out of the motion after losing the cup. I think he's really believe he's not gonna resign with Edmonton. Would be interesting about that for sure. King of Fruit, dude, did not too much in the playoff. Think of what Edmonton got for Gretzky trade back in the day. Yeah, but this was involved $15 million, if I can recall it. Mike Kusinski, Montreal, born in Montreal, was part of the trade for the Kings. KK for McDavid, Yamo, here we go. Time will tell, Anthony. Peter says, don't think that is true. Look at his stat in the playoff. And that was not a good deal for Ducks. Look. Yeah, maybe I give too much, right? But I think McDavid, Zellweger, and Veterano is a good start. How do we remove Veterano and we give a first round pick and a 2 first round pick? It's at least 4, and 4 need to be good. He did good in the playoffs, just not visit the Panthers. Eminem did win a cup after Gretzky, yes. Jimmy Carlson was one of the players at Shelton. Jimmy Carlson, second overall pick. But Nichols been part of it. I know Mike Krushinsky was part of this. Are you surprised that you take a shot of Mason Mason? We have the draft asset. Yes, possible A2. Sometimes, guys, the GM or make some transaction with the people they have more relationship. Now, I don't say Jim Neal does not have no relationship with the Montreal Canadiens. They trade that enough for Kuryanov, right? But something happening. Second thing, can you say, okay, if I put Marshman on $4 million on my lineup for 1 year, what I need to spend that $4 million remove? I think Marshman is a bottom six, and Montreal Canadiens are the bottom six, are a ton of the players there. That's my second guess on that one, A2. If it was a top six, that's another story. But a bottom six, I think is right there. Gretzky left to bring eyes to hockey and USA. Coach, when you look at the contract is the Panthers gave to their star on the team, they are bargain compared to the contract that Connor signed with Edmonton. Yes, you're absolutely right about that. Now, the tax is another subject. We can talk about this, Anthony, all year long. The Dallas, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Vegas, and the Florida Panthers are advantage about the tax. So this is a play between the relationship, the negotiation and the NHL. Look about that. Don't be surprised Bennett signed at $7.5 million, guys. Don't be surprised Ekblad signed at $6.57 million for the team. Can they spend on Marchand? Can Marchand looking more for get another big contract before he retire? I have no clue about that. But this is the beauty at the bottom of the NHL, of the Florida Panthers, guys, about this situation. Come down if the Oilers are on the goalie coach. Maybe bigger Marshman. And Mark Gary Conway is in the house, will win a cup at the end of his career with another team like Raybook did. Just for the coach, what will Ab give for McDavid? Oh, oh, oh. The Edmonton are looking for Caden Cooley, Michael Edge, you know, you cannot trade Suzuki at Caulfield. Now, honestly, I would trade Cole Caulfield. Caulfield Cooley and one first round pick 2025. I make David Suzuki my line. It's easier to find a winger, but a contract of $14 million, $17 million can hurt the Montreal Canadiens long term. I don't know. Well, you have to find a left defense, but you don't have to find a left defenseman. But a player like Coley, guy, is a big part of the piece of the puzzle. But you got McDavid, guys. Good question. Coach, I think the opposite afford can put off something crazy like a Connor is a free agent thing in Florida. Talk about Zito, but you have no money, Florida, to get him. Getting the cup for Reebok was an amazing time in my life. You're right about this. If you cannot beat them, join them. Anthony Manzano. Morning, coach, je suis en retard. Notre problème, mon Roy. Bottom six coach need a serious improvement. Just said. Now said that A2. Um, Marshman guy scored 13 goals last year. Yeah. He scored 22 goals last year. 47 points. He scored an average of 22.50 points in NHL the last 2 seasons. He's 30 years old, same age like Josh Anderson. 1 year contract. I know you need those kind of body in Montreal. It's just the time frame is not there. You said I have 1 more year, 2 more years of Gallagher. We'll see. Mark, I'm starting to lean towards Logan Ensler at 16. Not sure any other available forward are worth it, if maybe a draft D at 16, 17. Mr. PS and out, nothing we don't have. McDavid will lose the whole team. Yamo Sakaski. Sakaski, Coley, Laney, Yamo. Yeah, Laney will be out at the end of the year. McDavid is great, but I want to pay much, 12 million for him, Steve G. About that, nowhere close with that package. Marshman is a limited shake shop. About that, Peter, Ron, exactly a thought. And McDavid cannot win a cup by himself. The other player need to step up to win a cup like Florida did. Here we go, guys. All the subject for the NHL today. Hopefully you enjoy it. Then I'm going to give you that question of the night, guys. Question of the day. Question of the day. Brad Marchand is rumored to be seeking a 4-year deal worth over $8 million per season as soon to be a UFA. But only one player in NHL history at age of 37 or older has ever signed a contract of 3 years or more. Can you name that players? So Marchand is 37, 38 years old. Only one player in NHL did it. Signed a 3 years, over 37 years old and older. Who is this player? I'm not going to give you that answer. You can search on Google. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. But this is the question of the night, of the day, of this show we got today. Let's move on the next subject of the night. Because you're here for Montreal Canadiens, but we have a couple of things to talk about this, guys. I want to talk about this offer sheet. Do you think the Montreal Canadiens are going to give an offer sheet to 5 strong players, or do you think a team could give an offer sheet to those players? JJ Peterka, Matthew Nice, Evan Bouchard, Cooley with the New York Rangers, I think it's Willie, and then Maverick Bourque, not Ray Bourque. Maverick Bourque with a dollar store. They are the top 5 RFA are going to get possible to get an offer sheet. So my question to you is about do you think it could happen or not? And do you think Montreal should give an offer sheet to one of those players on that list that we got there? Cody or mark that 26 coach. Mark that 26. I don't know, Randy. Good question, coach. Bonjour, Stendeman. Joe Thornton, Yamo. All right, I got that answer. Bonjour, coach. I'm in downtown Montreal for the Mondial de la Bière starting tomorrow. Here we go. Send, enjoy. Chelios. No, Peter. It's too much. Hard to build a roster. Randy, CG Hall, Gordy Orr, Malkin, Yager, Crosby, Yager, Maverick Book, let's go. PS, another small players. PS, you want? Peterka, Shilton, Berube, Love, Nice. Yours will try to trade before offer sheets anyone more at his style. Malcolm was my first guess, Frank. Nice is the only one I will offer a sheet. I will not touch Bouchard with a 10-foot roll CG. What is 11 foot? What about 11 foot, Steve? Nice is going to sign with the league. If they lose both Mano and Nice, traveling will have hire a private security. Yeah, you're right about that. It's a Tresado McDavid situation, separate line, except with Pivotley who needs scoring. I don't think Crosby was 37 when he signed last deal. Here we go. I was for 2 years. Yep, PS, not a chance, CG. Peter Cubs will be very interesting because Buffalo is not under great. Of course, Buffalo will match up, I believe. But if you gave like, I don't know, like Buffalo at $23.2 million right now. They have 16 players to sign. They are already signed. They have 7 players for $23 million. If you get a $9 million to Puerto Rico, you have $14 million for approximately 6 players. Hughes has not got to asset to make an extensive trade. Bouchard on the defense side is Swiss cheese. Will or not offer a sheet for him. Will be interesting. You talk about Marshman early, Cooley for the Rangers is really a good one about that. And the question, guys, you people are interested, guys, and nobody got it. It's Patrick Marleau, 38 years old, got a 3 years deal by who? By the Toronto Maple Leafs. And he got traded after 2 years to Canada Hurricane, if I can recall it. And that draft pick for the Canada Hurricane, he got the Canada Hurricane from, it was Zeb Jarvis for the Canada Hurricane. So that's happening, guys. Patrick Marleau got a 3 deal, 3 years. So there is only one. If I make a mistake, guys, let me know. There may be other players, but for what I know, I do my search, but I could be wrong. It's Patrick Marleau. I won that one. Today, 50 episodes for head coach Martin Saint-Louis. RG, Martin Saint-Louis is born on June 18. So officially is 50 years old plus 2 days now, the 20 here in Canada and Thailand. You guys was yesterday. Martin Saint-Louis turned 50. About that one, before we not match it, they are looking to trade Peter Carr. Now, knowing this can happen, get asset. Here we go. I would like to hear that for RDP. Let's move on, guys. NHL draft. Let's go back. We go with the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to talk about the NHL draft, the board. But before that, we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, the news, the draft, the rumor, everything like that. What I got for you guys tonight. I'm going to give you at the same time the top prospect for the Montreal Canadiens. And I put everything there. I did some search. A show like tonight, guys, it gave me, to prepare the show, it's 2 hours. I know for what I get in return money for the money, it's nothing. But the fact I do this for you guys, it's worth it. It's priceless. So for me, it's how I do that way, and I love to do it. So it's not there allowed. It's right here. Here we go. You always to see about below me that information. The Montreal are looking for a center and a right defenseman. I was off on my radar, Marleau. Frank, here we go. Pete, welcome back in the house. Thanks for being part of the show. Glad to see Billy and Guy are in the house. Let's go, guys. Rock and roll that one, guys. Here we go. The Montreal Canadiens had to give an offer contract to before the June 30 at the end of the month To Emil Eneman, Tobesh, Strobel. At Laval, they have Simoneau, RHP, and Farrell. Why them also? Because they are part of the Montreal Canadiens prospect, and they need RFA. I don't think so. Simoneau, RHP are going to get any offer for the Montreal Canadiens. Farrell, it could get an offer. Sobol is going to get an Eneman et Tobel. It's not much, guys. It's about $1 million to 1.5 maximum for all three players. Tobel could get a 2-week contract, maybe. I'm not sure. They will be secure him. But this is what I expect for the Montreal Canadiens. So no danger right now for the Montreal Canadiens or the RFA and everything like that. So this is the situation, guys. Steve Pouliot, they're back in the house tonight. Welcome back, Steve. Pete also. Yamo. Our story thinking other NHL team getting player to Florida. Here we go. I will sign all those guys that need to French players and Laval coach. Yeah, but at some point, A2, you have other players. We have right now 35 players at the Montreal Canadiens prospect and the pool. 35 of them. That's not including the Lions players. Novak, Kapanen, the kids from NCAA. They have 6, Bocage, Sivini. There are 6 of them. So there are about 40 players, guys, on the prospect. Why you would like to keep RHP over Tyler Thorpe? Now, Simoneau is not big deal. But at some point, you have to open spot to fill up the Laval Rocket, to develop the players, to know exactly who they are. In my opinion, this is what I see for the Laval Rocket. They have to open spot. If not, the funnel or those players go where? I don't know. This is what I feel about this A2. Are we rolling with Monty next season? Yes, Steve G. Montebo, Tobesh, only element Tobesh, Trouble, and maybe Farrell. That's marked my option right there. So thanks for the likes. Don't forget, please click on like. Struggle may make a mock Albert Jekai. Jekai is now 1.3 PS. I think it is. Anyhow, are you free, guys? Montreal Canadiens have a few. Pesada, Amia, Devorak, Savard. Savard retire. You never know what he can do with Pesada. They can sign him. I'll be shocked, but it is what it is. But what is shocking to me when I look at the list, Devorak and Amia are not on the top 50 UFA for the upcoming season. So what's the point, coach? So right now, both of them are not don't have any leverage to negotiate a big contract. Said that, can the Montreal Canadiens give a 1-year deal at Devorak or an Armia, or both of them say, look, guys, I'm going to give you 1 more year deal, and you're going to rebuild your resume and go from there. Good or not? Not sure. But their leverage to get a big contract, Christian Devorak, is not there at all. So is it better to keep Devorak for 2 years or 1-year deal? And until the young player are ready? Because right now they don't have any left center. We'll see. Mr. TH is in the house. PLW knocked the door. Welcome back, both of you. Coach, more rumors are coming out about the Islanders trying to trade up and draft Jim again. This is a great news. If they can do it, come away from the draft with Sheffer again. That would be great for them for sure. Maybe we could resign the right cheaper, maybe Armia too. Okay, good wave name. And then we add all the front paper in the chat. So that's good. Now, we have a news guy. We heard from the Vincent Rover. Vincent Rover is going to get, I did not do it yet. Vincent Rower is not coming to the development camp and is not coming for the main camp. From Patrick Bezel, I believe his last name. That's what the rumor we heard today. So Rower is not coming, and is going to be at the end of the year. He could join the Laval Rocket at the end. So touchdown Alouette, 7-6-3 for Alouette. Here we go. HM, where do you see Owen Beck next year? Full-time NHL plus? No. I expect another Beck, one more year Laval for next season. HM, good question, by the way. Welcome back in the house, Mr. HM. I would keep the Warak and give 2 second line, second line 2D for the Warak. Yeah, I keep him as trouble, Guy. About that. Now, I want to talk about something that we don't talk about here at the Hockey National Show. His name is not always there. I want to talk about Adam Nicola. Some of you maybe don't know who is Adam Nicola. So Adam Nicola, guys, is the director of the development coach for the Montreal Canadiens. That's his title. Director Player of Development for the Montreal Canadiens. He's in charge about the Montreal Canadiens development for all the Montreal Canadiens organization. So, he's the guy behind Martin Saint-Louis. He's the number one behind Martin Saint-Louis. He's a development coach. He's a one-to-one coach. Take care about the NHL players, and he take care about the prospect. Most of his time is with the Montreal Canadiens. 99.95%. When the Montreal have a practice, Adam Nicola is right there. He does all the practice for Martin Saint-Louis. Now you're going to say, Coach, are you sure? Look, I'm not sure. But one thing I know is Nicola is a genius about hockey. 20 years ago, Adam Nicola was a young kid, 22 years old, 23 years old. He started to create his own YouTube channel. And he was developing players. And how I knew him, he was a speaker at the Roger Nelson coaching seminar. He was a speaker at the NHL, at the coaching site. And Nicola built his resume on the YouTube channel. Then he got hired by the Trent USA team. He was out there. He did a lot of private lesson development players for one-to-one. And he became a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then after that, he got a job with the Montreal Canadiens. But the way he sees the things is unbelievable. Like the kid is like, he see the game, guy, 5 times in front of everybody else. We never mention him a lot and the Montreal Canadiens organization. Some of you maybe never heard about his name. We never know about who he is. But this is the guy behind the development of all the prospect players for the Montreal Canadiens and the Montreal Canadiens players. It was Demidov 1 month ago on the ice, or 3 weeks ago. He was with Lane Hutson many times. During summer, he can coach the players, but since we cannot. Any coaching staff in NHL cannot be with the players until the beginning of the main camp. But any assistant, any player development coach can be with the different players. During the year, he will follow his friend top prospect with Montreal Canadiens by videos, by game. He take care about the Laval Rocket. He show up sometime with Laval Rocket. But this is the job of Adam Nicola for the Montreal Canadiens. Coach, do you think Mayu is going to get traded? I don't think so. At least you have an opportunity to get something in return. Well, Roger Delaney back in the house. Welcome back, Roger. Macadet, I would say Evan great. That's a peanut for his potential 20 goal for checker. Good evening, Guy. Here we go. Mark and Nicholas, I see him an important piece of the professor. You know, I did not. They gave him a contract like a week ago. I don't know who you talk about. I will keep the Varak. Where do you see Owenbeck? I answer that one. Market means we can resign the Varak shipper, maybe Amir. Nicholas and Mike talk about Emil and Eamon. Um, his wrist was bothering him. He has 0 goal in the last 38 games. So Michael Pesada have more points at Emil and Eamon in the last 40 games of the season for the Montreal Canadiens. I still believe he have to fight to get his job back. Emil and Eamon. He's a good player for the four line. He's a good forechecker, but he cannot stay in NHL with 0 goal on your resume. Plus, he play on power play. So we give him a break because his wrist could be a problem for him. But if Eminem cannot put the puck in the net, it's a problem. Good chemistry with Jake Evans. I think for me, Eminem could be a PK players, in my opinion. If the Varek Amir not coming back. But this is one you need to get there. For Eminem. How many players has Nicola graduated to the Canadiens? But his job is with the Montreal Canadiens, Roy. And after that, you get the player for the prospect are coming down left and right. So, look the development of, I will give you an example, Caulfield, Sakaski, Cooley, and I can mention of them. His result is get hired for 3 years ago. So his result will be more sure to you the next 5 years. One of Montreal Canadiens going to get a player from him come Laval Rocket. Like Kapanen, Beck, Rebacker, Mayu, all those players coming with the Montreal Canadiens. So you have to take care. Look what John Anderson did this year. Look about Gallagher have a 20 goal this season example. Look the development of Jake Evans with the Montreal Canadiens this season. Look what John Amir did this season with the Montreal Canadiens. I can go all the way like that. So you're focusing on one area for who's Laval Rocket. But you have to give the time for the Montreal Canadiens prospect to develop before they reach the NHL. So for me, this is what you're looking for with Adam Nicola. He focus on the players of the team development. The Montreal Canadiens every year, 55 points, 58 points, 66 points, 70 points, 76 points, 68 points, and then 91 points. Every year, Montreal are increasing. Montreal Canadiens is better. And that's why the performance of Adam Nicola behind everything. That's why the practices are better. That's why the players are happy when they go on the ice. The players are happy to have a guy like Adam Nicola can teaching them different things about hockey, the details of the game, but the way you turn, the way you put your skate, the way you put your stick, the way you protect with your shoulder, all the little details. It's all coming for the genius Adam Nicola. One of the best of the development players in NHL. So you have to take a time for them to build that. If you score the last goal and the playoff for the Habs, amen. He can score 3 goals in the playoff. I don't really care. It's like you have 38 games he did not perform after his injury. For me, he need more, in my opinion. What should Montreal do with Joshua Watt? Trade and a package deal. We're coming to get there, Pete. Stay with me. Barry back in the house. Wrist injury is definitely a problem for potential power play trigger man with a one tower. You're right about this, Barry. Matthew have some kind of problem at some point with his wrist injury, and many players are also with that part over there. So Nicola is another Claude Ruel. Prototype like that, Mark. What does a guy like Adam Nicola make in dollar? An assistant coach in NHL, guys, is between $150,000 to $350,000 in NHL. Now, I'm going to give that money. Oh, now it's 5 years ago with C. Briard. I would say around 250 to $400,000 maybe. The best could be 500, but I'll be shocked. So they make about 300,000 per year, and they have bonus come with that. So a bonus for the coach, a coach like Nicolas or the assistant coach, like example like Ledowski or Robidas. If the team get those kind of bonus, like they win the Vezina Trophy or the Norris Trophy, or they get the playoff round and they get the second round, third round, blah blah blah, they get increasing money about that one over there. I remember me, like Sebria got 250,000 per year, and then if Anderson, he was goalie coach for the Toronto Maple Leafs, if Anderson get the Vezina Trophy, he get an extra $1,000. He's an MVP in the playoff. He get one extra money. So they have those kind of bonus. They come to the coach to get a little bit more money, and they gave that. That's one kind. Great question, by the way, about that one over there. Let's move on, guys. About the Montreal Canadiens, was some rumor for the Montreal Canadiens, and from Sacha Boisvert, the snake, he make a proposal to trade to the San Jose Sharks. Michael Edge, Logan Mailloux, the 16th overall pick and the 17th overall pick for Michael Misa. Are you agree or disagree with that trade? Or is it enough? The snake, there you go. Nicolas must have make a bank with Hudson's success. Yeah, now, Barry, those kind of players like Adam Nicolas, he has maybe less of bonus like the assistant coach, but I'm pretty sure Adam Nicolas get a lot of money from the Montreal Canadiens. Not enough. You're right, Mark, about that one over there. Boisvert, for me, was wrong about this. Misa is going to be a second player in return. I think the San Jose would like to get an established players. At guessing of 4 players prospect, they don't know what's going to happening about that. Whatsoever Misa play one more year, I believe, in NC next season. You're right about this. No way, Roy. Not ever close. Here we go, Nicholas. So you got the Sacha Boisvert of the Rumours. PLW, I say no. Now, again, I'm going to talk about something here. I think it's time. We have enough time in front of us anyway. And, well, we have enough time. We have 25 minutes for Montreal Canadiens before I leave for the baseball. So I want to talk about Patrick Lane. Patrick Lane was with the Barkov at the Stanley Cup a couple of days ago. And Lane said, well, not said, but Patrick Lane, he had one more year with the Montreal Canadiens. That's it, that's all. But before that, guys, I want to show to you. What is your expectation with Patrick Lane? Resign with the Habs, what would be his salary AAV? But if you trade him at the trade deadline, what the value in return for Patrick Lane? And what your expectation for upcoming season? Cash fan, welcome back in the house. That trade for Roger. Edge is one of the Habs untouchable at this moment. Renegade man, there you go. Don't forget, guys, click on the like for Misa. You need to put Sakoski in the deal. A good point, PLW. Trade Lane at the trade deadline 2026 PS. But what you expect for Lane? The Pacers 48 and the Thunder 35. Here we go. One more year. We know what he can do. But you never know how he's going to respond the next day, in my opinion. I hope Lane stay healthy. There we go. Oh, PS said... No, PS, if you put Sakoski, you remove one of the players right there. Oklahoma lead 3-2 RJ. RDP $4 million, 3 Third line, power play line for LDP for him. Back the chip, Billy. Frank, Roy, expectation low is gone at the third line. I expect him play 50% of the time. Too much for night for PS. Lenny is a tough call if his heart is in it. Lenny will play in the Olympic for Finland. You're right about that. Um, I don't know. I'm I, I'm Rumours Sakowski PS. Laney is a really interesting case, guy, for the Montreal Canadiens. Um, I think you can get with the offensive of the Montreal Canadiens. I think Montreal can play without Laney next season, not this upcoming, but after that, and go from there. Touchdown the Alouette. Not enough Pete on that one. Doesn't make sense. PS, why we take a straight back 3 years. If you play Lane with Demidov, you have to be very careful. That bad habit don't set in. That it will be moved sooner or later. There we go. Renegade, I want to know what Dak can do next season. You cannot trade him because his stock is low right now. You're right about that. If he perform well, keep him for the year. But if he's not trade him at any time, snapper have value and can play on the key spot at the game shooting of the game shooting. Boivard is always hunting click just like Larac. Here we go. That's all good, guy, for the Patrick Laine tonight. The Abbotsford Canucks lead to one the Calder Trophy at the American Hockey League. Now, the biggest suggest the night, guy, it was the Montreal Canadiens top prospect. Now, the first time we're going to see name on the board are not my ranking. But I give you guys everyone. And I'm going to give you a couple of minutes if you have any question for those players. I know almost all of them. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe I know all of them. So here the first round now. And they are not by ranking. Demidov, Rebecca, Mayu, Michael Edge, Jacob Fuller, Tobias, Kapanen, Beck, Owa, Angstrom. There are 10 players right there. Then after that, most of them are at Laval. Davidson, Jekai, Farrell, Trudeau, Mezar, Kidney, Luke Tuck, Thorpe, Prats, Harris. Thorpe, Vancouver Giants, Prats, Bradford, Bulldogs, Harris, Denver University. Then after that, many of them play in NC. Middlestad, Minnesota, Sawyer, Providence, Smith, it's another team of Minnesota, Emil Croteau with Dartmouth, Miller and the BCHL, Merrill and BCHL, Konishkov, KHL, Volonkin, KHL, Kenin, MHL, Kostenko, VHL. Then you have 5 more. Burvis, Sweden, Ericsson, Sweden, SHL, or the Hockey Alkelvin, whatever it is, Cuivo, Liga, or the J20, Rover, and the Switzerland League, and you have Vegvenax play at the QM. There are 35 of them on the board right now. This is who they are. This is the bank of the prospect Montreal Canadiens, guys. I got everyone. Now, I did not touch Sivini, Pokaj, Novak. I'm missing 2 other team, guys, for the 12-year Lions. But the rest of them, this is what you got, guys. So you have approximately 40 plus prospect for the Montreal Canadiens. This is the hockey organization for Montreal Canadiens. If I miss one, it could happen. Gordon of the KHL, he's 23. The MHL or VHL, he's 23 years old. So, at the end of the day, Um, would be, it is what it is. Let's see what we got here, guys. I'm going to pick up every day, but you can play. Boisvert. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Rebecca look ready to play with the Habs next season, Mr. 83. It's a contract year for Lane. He would try to show up a great shape in order to perform well see next season. Good point, Mark. Thanks again for all the live we got tonight. According to the draft pick, body shot, Mesa second overall work at 6'17" and a 7th round on that one. Sniper lose value if he scored 35 plus uh, on the ice for 50 against Mark and Renegade. And Zelena is 35, 45, 35. There we go. Yeah, well, Coach, how many of those players will have a solid future in the AB? That will be my next graphic, Yamo. Which we have Justin Poirier for PS. Hello, Nicolas. Welcome back in the house. Will Dak play over 35 games, Kogel? C'est une question. Au centre de la moitié, jamais dans l'année nationale. Farrell, Trudeau, Kidney vont faire l'année nationale. No, but you have to go all around the building that the hockey club, right? Charlotte, welcome back. And out. What position is stock right winger? Pete, hope the Ab would have a better training camp next season. I would inquire about Dimitri Vorokov of the Blue Jacket and the trade like the players. He's don't go nowhere, I believe. Not many true NHL and there. Most hopefully, but never know. There could be a diamond or two in the rough there. So this is what you got, guys, of the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit more, some kind of ranking for the Montreal Canadiens. So the player can make the NHL. We have Demidov, Rebecca, Michael Edge, Logan Mailloux, Oliver Kapanen, and Tobesh. I believe for me, from all the lists, our 6 players are going to be in Montreal Canadiens. Demidov is already there. Rebecca is going to be there. Michael Edge is going to get there. Logan Mailloux at some point is going to get there. I don't know when. Kapanen, I believe, will be a job in NHL. And Tobesh is already with them, but you never know what could happen. But this guy is like, you guys, you're thinking, you cannot draft 40 players are going to make the NHL. It's a normal. If I do another exercise with the Toronto Maple Leafs, or I do another exercise with the San Jose Sharks, you're going to be the same thing. 90% of those 40 players are not going to make NHL. But this is a bark how this works. This is not normal. Because you never know for sure. Make it for the ACHL. Salut mon pizza. Now the next one, guys, is about right, you get that one, the next one. Should trust my eyes. Yeah, Lane Hutson, look. How about Kunishkov? He sounds like a bit of strength case. Fuller, yeah. So the next one, guys, they are Kunishkov, Owen Beck, Florent Jacquard, Adam Ekstrom, Joshua Roy, and Jacob Fuller. They are the players. The chance to make NHL is there, but you never know what they look like, the development of those players. I believe my first ranking or my first graphic, Demidov, Rebecca, Edge, Mailloux, Kapanen, Tobesh, is almost guaranteed, in my opinion, they're going to be NHL. On my eyes. How they're going to develop, how long it will take, I don't know. But I think they're going to have a security job in NHL. The other side, Konishkov Beck, Jekai, Engstrom, Roy, and Fuller. You have to wait a little bit longer. How are you going to develop in the next 2 years? We'll see. I not said you're not going to make it. I not said you're not going to not make it. By the time we tell us, honestly, for them, Engstrom was maybe the most developed improvement player in the Montreal Canadian organization this year. Followed by Jekai, in my opinion. They are, in my opinion, the best option for the Montreal Canadiens at long term at this point. Coach, I assume Rebecca make the team next season, right? Not sure about this TH. Um, would be interested to follow him. They would try to keep him, but I wouldn't be surprised he start with Laval Rocket until Christmas. In my opinion. Roy, really? Roy. Yeah, I think Joshua what could make the NHL at some point is he developed properly. Maybe not with the Montreal Canadiens. It could be with another team. I think it could go that direction. But again, you never know how the development of those players about that. These guys, that list are 50-50, are not going to make the NHL. The first one, I believe, are 80 to 90% going to make the NHL. The second one, I don't know. On that second list, guys, I will say to you, Angstrom, Konishkov, and Beck are the both option. I had to get a stronger glass to see Hudson. Well, just follow me. Look, trust me. Could they use a Konishkov like Romanov? Showcase a bit them use him. You're going to see guys Konishkov during the summertime. You're going to see guys a really good hockey players. I think he have the potential to be a third pairing, a second pairing in NHL. But is 6 foot, his adaptation with NHL, I'm not sure we're going to see that. But would be interesting how he's going to play. With the Montreal during the development camp. Crazy late by India halftime. What a Cinderella story. Beck, Jekai, Engson, and Fuller, but Roy is borderline. If Roy cannot make the top 6 with the Ab, I doubt Mayu top 2, but he can shoot the pocket, of course. And then, guys, the potential of that one, guys, top rower and Valenkin. I think if you look about other players in the Montreal Canadian organization, yeah, 3 players right there. I was very curious to know more. Top development, big 6'5" winger, a great release, good shot, but that's something you have to figure out for them. And then you have Rover. Where he just got his ELC with the Montreal Canadiens. Then you have Volonkin, the goaltender of the Russia, where it's really interesting case for the Montreal Canadiens too. Another goalie, I believe he has upside down for that one over there. Konishkov is already ready, in my opinion, but is bounced by KHL contract 1 more year. Also remind me of the water spider, Pierre Martin, about that. That give you guys my top not the top prospect, but I'll give you an idea where we at with the Montreal Canadian prospect at this moment in NHL. You may be right. Coach is obviously concerned with his lack of the size. You're right about this, Barry. I hope for Mazar one day draft him, Peddy. Yeah, sometimes you never know what could happen when you draft a players for any players in Montreal Canadian. Guys, I'm going to finish this. We have about 7-8 more minutes, guys. You can ask me any question. Don't forget tomorrow night, the fun Friday night. This is the night, guys. We come here and we're sharing anything. We talk about anything, and we have a good time together. We do a Frenchy quiz. So tomorrow night, join me live on the fun Friday night. This is the place to be with me, of course, as I think it's a fun night to be all together, and we'll see. But I want to finish, guys, with NHL draft. Rebecca and Demidov on the top six, top four defensemen on that list. Shelton, how is top skating? Not a bad skater for his size, Sheldon. I think for me, his explosiveness is very important for me. So when he pick up the puck, I want his first three strike to get more deeper and get that kind of speed right away. That's the only way I would say to you. I'm a bit not a concern, but you need to develop more. He's big body. You need to play a little bit more physical. Not say he's not compete, but I would like him to get a little bit more physical for his body. But that's just normal for the development. The kid have a lot of upside down, honestly. But we have to wait, honestly, while he's going to develop. The Torpedo will a wild card with upside, like the players. PLW most likely. Acceleration. There we go. The NHL draft, guys. You can ask any question, guys. We're going to finish the show that way. And the reason I came here is because I want to show to you the board. Talk also had to move up like Davidson and Mark. I did not talk about Davidson a lot, guys, tonight. For me, it's a really a wild card for sure. But Valenkin looking good last season. Many games with the team social. With the Spartak, will be really interesting how he's going to get there. Curious to know how Valenkin does with his new team. Here we go, Mark, talk about this. Coach, what's your player come for Sheffer? Quinn Hughes. TH. Quinn Hughes. Draft and this season. Guy. What is your timeline for age? Is some underweight a scarecrow? I would say to you 3 years for my college. You're right about this, Barry. It's one of them, Barry. I think, in my opinion, the Seattle Kraken are going to hold Bernier until Captain is ready. In my opinion. I could be wrong here, Barry, but yes, it's one of them to target. Mazar, it could be that what was a result for can use the pick they trade for Kirby Dak was Frank Nazar. Yes and no, pizza, because you never know. Mazar at 26 is not a bad draft. They tried to get something there, did not get it. They were looking for speed. They're not looking for big body. But I don't see a mistake for Mazar allowed. Could be that the process is not done yet, so we have to wait. Could again slip down at 8 or 9? No. Look, not allowed. What is overall level for this year draft? Weak. Yamo. Dave Melançon is in the house. Maurice Rabiard, salut mon coach. Do we drive to move up, stay at 16, 17? Good question. I think against plus McQueen will slip Mark Elliott. The age, what about for Miza? Again, Miza remind me how much faster John Tavares again is somewhere between Logan Coley and Jack Hughes, in my opinion. I would say to you, not Jack Hughes, but more like Logan Coley, TH, in my opinion. He does not have the speed of Jack Hughes with the puck, but more like Logan Coley. He can make some flash left and right and some highlights about that. Now, Michael Meza is really interesting. You said John Tavares. I would say to you, I expect more goal. I'm going to come back with that one. Eminem is in the house. Thanks again for all the like we got. Again, is underrated. You never look at the Parker. The team who would pick him would have a Patrick Kane type of player. I think again will become a winger and NHL. Guys, I want to finish this because to answer to Maurice, guys, this is a box right here. What are you, coach? I'm right here. Don't worry, I don't go nowhere. So you have, guys, all the pick. This is the board of the upcoming NHL draft. The first 16, Montreal finished. The 17 to 32, the next one. They are officially right there. Yeah, 9 strength team are not to be a part of the first round. Interesting, guys. There are many teams have 2 picks. The Montreal Canadiens, one of them. The Calgary Flame, one of them. The Flyers, one of them. The Nashville is one of them. You have also the San Jose Sharks, I believe, is one of them. Columbus Blue Jacket is one of them. So you have many teams have 2 picks in the initial draft. But when I want to pay attention, guys, Montreal has 16, 17. Can a team like Pittsburgh, Rangers, that pick guy could become the Pittsburgh Penguins? Maybe. The Detroit, Columbus, and the Vancouver Canucks and from the Montreal Canadiens are willing to make a trade with the Montreal Canadiens. Example, Montreal trade, Vancouver Canucks, their pick number 16 or 17, plus the pick number 49 to the Vancouver Canucks to pick up Carter Bear. Okay, Montreal does the same thing with Columbus if they want to, or Detroit or the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, again, I'm not sure, but I give you a scenario what could happen, and I will show to you guys it's possible at the NHL draft you're going to have some move like that. Don't be surprised. Montreal, I expect they're going to maybe move 2-3 times down or up to pick a specific player. I will not be surprised. I expect Montreal to be active at the NHL draft during the upcoming one for that one. And then Imone, Nicholas Coley, Light, Carter Bear look like he would be out at the pick 16 if we don't trade up Dave Melanson. It's going to be borderline, but I think Vancouver Canucks could get him. Anishan Justin Carbonneau goes to the Habs. I heard he does not have the greatest character in the world, but he is a phenomenal scaler. Possible it will be there. On my board is not there. But yes, goes down in the corner. You look like you should be doing sign language. Yeah, I should do that there, Billy. Some forget Dak was doing his first season with the Canadiens on the wing, then his first injury. Nashville have 3 also. Wow. Yes, look at person on that one, guys. And more to talk about this tomorrow night, guys. More to sharing with us tomorrow night. We are on the off season. It's time to be the summer. It's time to enjoy the sun. It's time to enjoy the family, the friends. It's going to get at the same direction for all of us, guys. But this is the place to be every second night at 8:30 p.m. talking about the Montreal Canadiens, talking about NHL, and talking about the one passion we have all together is about hockey. I create more of the baseball stuff this year, guys. So tomorrow night, tonight, after this, right away, I'm jumping for the game between the Dodgers and the Patriots. We now have a lot of people, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. We have a good time in the chat. Billy can talk about this. Guy can mention about this. Frank think about this. PLW talk about this. We enjoyed watching the baseball together. Memories about Montreal exposed. Memory about the old player we remember as the baseball fans. And the new rules. I didn't have no rules. So I enjoy it. I do the scorekeeper of the game, by the way. And it's just a good time. I don't make anything about that. But I think it's fun to see that. Try to create some action at the show. Of the Hockey Nation Live show. That's all we got tonight on this special edition. Hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget Friday night. I'll be back tomorrow night for the fun Friday night. And check all the notifications. Become a member of the Hockey Nation Live show. Subscribe. Click on the likes. And of course, one thing we know about all of you. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much. Don't forget my mock draft selection out today. Don't forget Wednesday night, the mock draft of Randy, Marco, Frank, and myself. This is the show to be. Don't forget next Friday, 27, the Draft NHL live at the Hockey Nation Live show. And don't forget to be part of the great contents about NHL. I'm not the one, but you make this very special. And I want to thank all of you tonight to be a part of the show. And of course, moderator Run with Kings with us. And then all the people, click on the like. Thanks so much to keep that conversation between all of us and make more interesting. Ask questions, sharing questions, answer each other. This is make this, for me, priceless. That's the reason, guys, I sleep 3-4 hours, wake up in the morning, I'm getting excited. Wake up at 5 o'clock this morning, prepare the show, looking for news, looking to bring to you the best of the news around the NHL and Montreal Canadiens. And hopefully you enjoy it. I wish one day we're going to be double more people, but only God knows what is the best for me. And I trust his plan, and I feel my faith is there for him. And I cannot ask for more because he's already filled my heart with other people. I see each one of you guys every single night. You're the reason why we pop up every single day. Until then, my friend, we wish you an amazing, great night. I can we see you tomorrow night. Until then, we wish you an amazing, great night, of course, and a great weekend if I don't see you tomorrow night. And we want to remind you one more thing. That be well, be healthy, find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? 2025, the Dark Nation, I shoot the Nation, and all the cheese and tatin. The cheese and tatin. Want to tell you one more thing. We love you, friends. Good night, everybody, and please don't forget Mr. Inartap at our prayer. Because Mr. Inartap, I can't wait to see him again with us. I just feel he's coming very soon. I feel it. I feel it, guys. The power of prayer sometimes is bigger to anything else. So, good night, everybody. See you, Mr. Barry. Thanks so much. We miss you, Barry. Hopefully you come back very soon. Dave, a great night, buddy. Guy, Billy, Luke Laperson. Thanks so much, my friend. An empty cardboard on the Luke Laperson. How about that one over there? And then Roy, a lot of AV shot around, but without acid. Talk about Carbonneau. PLW, thanks so. Eminem, you're welcome, my friend. Pete Martin, my friend, always a pleasure to see you around. 2025, Luke, Billy, Pete Martin, RJ Galabo. Good night, everyone, like he mentioned. And of course, on the last second, we said that way. It's coming. It's coming. Michael, good night. Thanks so much for your priceless of the word you said to us, Mr. Mark Elliott. And booyah, everybody.